Oh, you're pathetic. You're a caterer, Ashley. You're a trophy wife, Veronica.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. Catfight is coming out on DVD. You probably missed it when it was in cinemas because it had a very, very small cinema release. I reviewed it on the Radio 5 live film show I do with Simon Mayo, and I rather like the film. I wanted to flag it up now that it's out on DVD because it's a second chance to catch it. It's a very, very interesting and frankly rather mad film starring Anne Heche and Sandra Oh. And the story, which is set in sort of the present or an imagined near future, is a very satirical look at consumerist America that essentially has two women who are rivals having a series of altercations that result in the loss of their identities and their fortunes and reversal of fortunes due to a series of central fistfights, the catfights of the title. Now, when I saw Catfight, it was at a preview screening. I think it was very early on a Tuesday morning, and most of the critics that were in the preview screening with me didn't know much about the film, and I didn't either. And the point when the fight started, when Anne Heche and Sandra Oh started literally beating seven bells out of each other, people were audibly surprised. You could hear critics gasping. You could hear them being sort of somewhat taken aback because the fight sequences are crunchy. They are brutal, they are bloody, they are painful, and they go on for a very long time. They're also very, very funny. But one of the things that was said about the film afterwards was that the fight sequences were very realistic, and this was what was alarming about them. They're not realistic at all. What they are is movie fight sequences. They're kind of inspired by, Jackie Chan and martial arts movies. If you've ever seen a fight, they're over very quickly usually. Somebody throws a punch, it's horrible, and then it's all done. It's only in movies that people bounce off walls, off staircases, off bricks, off, iron girders, and then get back up again. And I remember sitting there watching the film thinking one of the reasons I'm really enjoying this is because it's a sort of proper full-on cinematic fight film which has got very little to do with reality. Anyway, it was very interesting seeing how the movie was received by critics and seeing how critics tried to explain away what was going on. There was a review in IndieWire which said that it was Trading Places meets Idiocracy with martial arts. Variety called it uncategorizable, and many people thought it was just too savage for its own good. Personally, I really enjoyed it. I liked all the satirical stuff. The film was made before the election and actually seems more pointed now since the election. But centrally, I love the performances by Anne Heche and Sandra Oh. I love how much they throw themselves into them. I love how much the movie enjoys its cinematic qualities. It's not a realistic film. It's not meant to be. It's a satire. It's a comedy. It's a provocative movie which has got a really punchy edge to it. I was asked if I could be quoted on the cover of the DVD. I think they didn't use the quote in the end because I had said in passing in my Radio 5 review that Catfight would eat Fistfight for breakfast. It really would, and it's really good fun, and I'm sure you missed it in cinemas because most people did. Let it land its punch on DVD.
Brilliant.